Imagine this scenario for a second. You're sitting in your corner office, looking over your quarterly reports, when the heavy glass doors swing open. In walks Alexander the Great, the military genius who conquered the known world before he turned 30. He doesn't ask about your modern software, your sleek branding, or whether you hit your revenue targets last quarter. Instead, he walks past the executive suites, goes straight down to your customer desk, your warehouse, your entry level cubicles, and he talks to your frontline staff. Here's my question for you today. If Alexander the Great walked into your company right now, what would he think of your internal trust? Would he see an empire tightly bound by mutual respect? Or would he see a fragile system waiting for the smallest spark to bring it down? Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're taking an honest look in the mirror with three sharp reflection questions that every business owner, manager, and leader needs to answer this week. Alexander knew that trust wasn't a soft corporate buzzword, it was armor. In his army, if a soldier in the back rank didn't trust the leadership at the front, the entire phalanx collapsed. So, let's run your business through three critical trust tests. Question number one: do your lower level employees know how their daily work impacts your core mission? If you walk up to a junior staff member making 800,000 Uganda shillings a month and ask them what they do they tell you, I fill out spreadsheets, or do they say, I protect our supply chain so our clients stay happy? If they don't see how their piece fits into the grand puzzle, they aren't engaged, they're just passing time. Question number two: when was the last time C suite leadership publicly credited a junior team member, not in a private email? Not buried in a quarterly report nobody reads, publicly, in front of the entire company. When leaders actively shine the spotlight downward, it sends a massive shockwave across the organization. We see you, and your contribution matters. Question number three, and this is the hardest one. If your company faced a severe financial storm tomorrow, would your staff fight for the business or just search for new jobs? When the economy gets tough, when inflation bites or revenues dip, a high trust team huddles together to solve the problem. A low trust team updates their LinkedIn profiles before the end of the day. Now, let's be entirely practical here. You cannot expect your team to have unwavering faith in your mission if the financial ground beneath their feet is constantly shaking. Trust is built on stability, and as a leader, or even as an individual managing your own household, building that stability requires smart financial backing. This is where taking a strategic approach to wealth management changes everything, specifically through vehicles like the Britam Unit Trust Fund. Whether you're managing corporate reserves of 200 million Uganda shillings to buffer against economic downturns, or setting up a staff welfare reserve, or simply growing your personal emergency fund, you need your capital working for you in a low risk, highly efficient environment. With the Brighton Money Market Fund, you can start investing with as little as 100,000 Uganda shillings. You get competitive annual yields, often beating traditional bank savings accounts, with daily compounding interest and the flexibility to access your funds when unexpected challenges arise. When your financial house is in order, you aren't making panic decisions. You can afford to invest in your people, secure your business operations, and build a fortress that no competitor can easily shake. Because here is the ultimate law of organizational leadership: when trust is lost, institutional collapse isn't just a possibility, it becomes an inevitability. Companies rarely die from external competition first. They rot from the inside when the foundation stops believing in the system. They fail when employees realize they are just a number on a payroll sheet, easily discarded when things go wrong. Value your people at every level, from the receptionist at the front door to the senior director in the boardroom. When people know they are valued, they don't just work for a paycheck of 1.5 million or 3 million Uganda shillings. They defend the institution like it's their own. So, here is your action item for the week. Pick just one of those three reflection questions. Walk down to the front line of your business, sit down with someone who rarely gets your time, and start a real conversation. And if you're ready to secure your financial future and build a resilient foundation, check out the Britam Unit Trust Fund in Uganda today. Visit ug.britam.com to learn how to get started. Thank you for listening today. Build trust, safeguard your assets, and keep pushing forward. I'll see you in the next episode.